Hello guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you are doing great. In this video, I am going to tell you how to debug a standard code, and also along with that, I'll also be telling you the tips and tricks involved in debugging. That means using the Visual Studio IDE properly and make it help us how to use it in an efficient way. So here I have written one runnable class where I can debug this because this is my code. Without any issues, I can do that. But if you want to debug the standard code, like the sales table, this is the standard code which is not there in my project, but I took it from the AOT directly, like this sales table. And selected from the AOT. It's not data model, this is into user interface and then forms. Code, user interface, forms, sales table. I just opened it by right clicking on this and then view code. View code. Okay. This is the code. Now I want to debug this. Why do I need to debug? This is the standard form, right? This is the standard. If this is the user interface, now I go to accounts receivable and then selected the sales form. Okay, let's let it refresh. Okay, I just refreshed it. This is it. I selected the sales table. Now I want to debug the code behind this form. How can I debug? I need to attach this to this process and debug it, right? But if I try to attach it, first of all, I'll let you know how you can attach it. Okay, you can attach this Visual Studio to that D365 frontend by going to debug and attach to process. And then you have to search for W3WP or IIS. Here in my machine I have W3WP, so I will select it. In case if you don't see both of them, you have to click this show processes from all the users. If you check this, then you will see either of the two. What are those two? It is either W3WP or IIS Express or IIS service, something started with IIS. Okay, then you just select this and then attach. You attach here, and then you see it is saying the breakpoint will not currently hit. No symbols have been loaded for this document. What does that mean? It is trying to load, but let's see whether it loads or not. It didn't anyways. It didn't. What does that warning message mean? That warning message means if you want to attach a particular code file, okay, if you want to attach a particular code file, it needs to have certain information about that code that comes from PDB files or something inside the framework, and that information has to be present to the D365. then only it can attach. So if you want to if you want to debug this, there are few certain steps you need to follow, and one of that, and let's start that. So let's stop the debugging first, and let's go to tools here, and then go to options, and here you need to change the debugging settings. There are two settings here. One is directly debugging. So this is generic debugging for all the languages in Visual Studio. Here we deal with only X++, but this is a generic setting here. And in this generic setting, expand this. Here you go to the symbol. Go to the symbols and then verify that this checkbox is checked. Checkbox is checked, and also okay, and also tick this for the safer side. Okay, check this Microsoft Symbol Services. You might not see this, but the first one you'll definitely see. You just check this, and the second place we need to change is go to the Dynamics 365, and then here there is a debugging step that is specific to Dynamics 365, and here you need to select application, select all. Okay, it is selecting the items from everything, all the models. As you have seen, the custable is in application suite, and the sales table is also in application suite. So here what we are letting it know is you just load the symbols from these particular models. Okay, once you do that, click on OK, and then try to attach it. Debug, attach to process. Now it is asking to which process to attach. Click on W3WP or IIS Express in your IIS service, in your case if you don't find W3WP. Now attach. Now let us see whether this will attach or not. Now it is trying to load the symbols. Now you see it, the warning symbol is gone, and then you can see the solid red mark here. Okay, now let's try to refresh the screen. Refresh the screen, and now it came to here. See in it. So it started debugging the standard code. This is how you debug the